They used to beat me up. I remember one of these cops speaking and beat me up, knocked me out, man. That shit,
Oh
that
man,
we're
is that
playing
right?
around. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
on purpose. On
that hap-
purpose.
yeah. What up, loved ones? What it do? It's Spotty Young right here. You know where I'm from. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel right here, just hit the subscribe button real quick and give it a like if you think it's cool, if you think it's real. I got the homeboy right here, man, right now. Lazy from watching Pomona
What's up?
group, man. And he's over here to lace us up and about his experience and his point of view also, man. The homie did time from since he was a little kid till, you know what I mean, and he got a cool success story, just changed his life and now he's doing good and he's here to share his experience. Tell us a little bit something about yourself, brother.
What's up, loved ones, man? What's up, buddy? Man, good
Yeah,
stuff.
hell
Been
yeah.
watching your stuff, man. Really, I watch this type of stuff just to remind me where I don't want to be. Just motivates me, and I always watch stuff like this and remind me where I don't want to be. And I came across your stuff, and I was like, wow, everything that came out of your mouth was everything I went through as a solid individual. Just trying to do what this,
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, they come lazy from watching, man. HGroup, you know what's up. Um, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
yes, sir. So, since you was a little kid, we get it. We get the whole culture of the gang banging culture, Asian gangsters and stuff like that. We get it watching ABZ, TRG, and all the other Asian gangs. So you got into watching as a little kid. Of course, you know you wanted to make a name for yourself. You were putting in work. Did you end up going to YA and camp and all that? What were your
Man,
experience?
man, all of that. Like you spoke before, man. Every hood, you got a few gunners. The hood's this and this big, but only a few gunners, and yeah, everybody's striving to make that name for themselves, do their thing. That's what we're all doing it for, right? Yeah,
Understood.
so I'll do my thing, man, and what? Yeah, ever since I was young, just camp, YA. Man, I started my first thing. I did like you know 7 months in camp, got out for 30 days, went to YA and then got locked up, went to YA, did, almost 4 years, got out, stayed out for 6 months, man. And, there was a case, there was a shooting, and there I was, doing my thing. And you know how it
Yeah.
goes, county time, and there. So my journey went, you know, all,
Damn. Damn, bro. So I can relate also because I've been to CYA. Understand the gang banging mentality. After you did your time in CYA, let's just 4 years, right?
yes,
Four
sir.
years, and then got out to the streets. What was still going on in your heart? It was still gang banging, right? Because of YA.
Yeah,
How'd you
pretty
feel?
much. Yeah, YA is all game bang, and when I got out, I was still only what I got out like a couple of days before my 20th birthday. You're still young.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You're not even 21 yet. You know, young, dumb, full of cum. You're still ready to go. And you've
ah,
been through it. You've
yeah,
seen it.
yeah,
You've seen it now. And motherfuckers know you've been a YA. That's not an easy place to go to. And to make it out of there and still be good is
yeah,
it's not easy task sometimes. But
yeah,
but I figured if I'm gonna do it right. Like my boys, they're there too, and word gets around real easy. It's a small world in there,
small
and
world.
then you don't want to do all that and go out
Yeah,
ass backwards for what. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it all the way.
damn.
That's what
So,
my mentality at the time,
damn,
and it
brother.
still is.
So,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I still want to come home and go to the hood and be able to kick it.
you're
I ain't
damn
gonna
right.
be. You know what I mean?
But
That's
the real
that's
to those that can relate, that's been there, done that. The real ones, they understand, bro. You know. Uh, so bam. So you got out of YA, gang banged out, and then you caught another case. What happened? Tell us about it.
oh man.
Then start going to CDC. Yeah.
Man, it's just crack. It's done and over with. There was just some stuff happened. And it was a buddy of mine's business and stuff like that. And there was some conflict with some other individuals, and you know how that goes. And him call me like, I was ready to go. So, yo, what's up, bro? Hey, these dudes, you already know to get down. Hey, these dudes are here. Hey, this is what's going on. What's up? And, and my mentality at that time, there's no other, just, you're like, what's up? Let's roll. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Don't even trip. That's how it go.
I feel you,
And
man.
one thing led to another. And then next thing you know, I'm sitting there in the
In the
freaking
county.
men's central. Yeah, in the county jail, men's central. Hey, man, 38 to life, bro.
Oh my
You better tell us, we know you did it. If you didn't do it, you better tell us who did it because you're doing life. You're doing life, blah, blah, blah. You know how that game go. So
Damn.
that
So
was my
yeah.
thing there.
So bro, it's a small world. You know a lot of the homies, even the people that some of the homies that I mentioned on my channel also. Uh, what was your experience? So you find yourself sitting in the county. What was your experience like? For example, like Bugsy and them and all the other homies.
Oh,
We just
man, all
in the
my
Asian
loved
gang
ones.
majo.
Hell yeah, all my loved ones, man. Like, shout out. And I watch this type of stuff just remind me not to, where I don't want to be. It's not an easy place, man. You know what I mean? But shout out to the real ones out there. What were you saying? Oh, and yeah, man, Men's Central at that time it was what the early 2000s. Their TRG and the MA had their little green light thing going on, and at one point it got pretty bad in the county jail. So just to the deputies, I guess to alleviate all the issues, just separated the Asians from we just had our own shit pretty much. So it's crazy. So anybody that gets locked up in the whole LA County is going to come to that module. And so, it's a small world in there. You're going to run into everybody. Shit gets real, man. Shit gets real quick, especially in that type of environment. There's no running or hiding. That you're there. And
Damn. Yeah.
it was cool though. It was cool because it was so loose. And you know how sometimes the looser it is and the crazier it is, the more action you got sometimes. It's not as strict, So, I was chilling, like just doing the thug thizzle in there, just doing the thing. I was young, ready to go, fighting my case,
Yeah. How was your? Did you get culture shock also? Because you had the YA mentality. Were you expecting that the CDC would also be gang banging, or what? How did you feel about it when you got laced up like this ain't about this is your people's now? How did you took that like and saw
Yeah,
the bigger
man,
picture?
I was just young. I was just, trying to soak in all the information. I just wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing. Just wanted to make it out of there, man. To be honest with you, we're around, a lot of people that they don't have the opportunity that we're gonna have to go home. A lot of them have life and things like that, and you gotta pick and choose your battles because you want to do your thing. But way back in my mind, I'm like, dude, I want to go home someday too, because it's really easy to get caught up real quick and turn your 8-year bid into life. You know what I mean? And you just don't want to make that one mistake. And everybody's gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It comes with it. But you can't make that one mistake that you can't come back from. You know what I mean? That's what I didn't want to do. Catch a murder beef or something, and I went
Get
from eight
sucked in
years
for life.
to life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
but at the same time, I was ready to go. The only thing I was scared of was getting more time or losing my life, like in here. But as far as putting in work, I think most of us are with it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's what you're willing to sacrifice, man.
Damn, bro, I could imagine because the in even in the county, the green light, you gotta hold it down. It don't matter if you're outnumbered. If you're a real one, you're a real one, and there's no such thing as backing down. That's like the Asian culture. You're gonna dishonor yourself. You just gotta kill yourself. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So, so you went to after doing the county got sentenced. You went to CDC. Which
Oh
level
yeah.
4 yard did you go to?
Oh man, I started off at level 3, Ironwood level 3,
Ah, okay,
and
okay.
and you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I get sometimes when I'm at a place too long, whatever. I get itchy, and I'll just raise my hand and go do something. Because something if you really look hard, you find something you can do or get caught up in, you know. And I ended up on almost every single yard on Ironwood from well, I started off in B and then went C and then D. I was on D for a while. Went to AdSeg. AdSeg was an A. Went to A yard for a while after I got an AdSeg. But yeah, from there I jacked my points up, messing up, being dumb, and yeah, man, points jacked up. Man, they ain't playing around. Level 4, 180, New Folsom. The stuff you hear about in freaking, you know, in movies and shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know? And I was going up play with the big boys. Everybody up there got life, what, at least 80%, right? If you don't, not 80%, like, and then the rest of them got like 20 years. There's only a handful that get to go home from there, you know. So it was crazy.
Back on Ironwood first. What year was this? Because sometimes it depends on which year. This is sometimes wartime and sometimes it's you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was there
during your time.
Maybe 2004, 2006, 2004 to 6. Well, I got sentenced 02, like 2003, 4, 3, 4. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Hot out there in the freaking desert, burning.
Yeah, I can relate, man. Yeah, I was there. Hella hot. Everything burns. You can't even touch the bar. You gotta wear gloves. It's gonna literally burn your hand. It's the desert.
Crazy. Swamp coolers, no AC. You're just dying. Man.
By the way, did you ever have the little pet, the chocolate pet?
Oh yeah, the lizards and all that.
Yeah,
the iguanas. Yeah, man. I mean, I knew a few dudes, man, that live with them. They had iguanas like this big, bro. Walking them on the yard leashes and shit. It was crazy. Some of our Indian brothers were doing stuff like that. But yeah, you can find all kinds of scorpions and horned toads and all kinds of wild desert animals out there. Everybody, you know, finding food for their pets and shit.
The crickets at nighttime. Yeah, we used to catch them. I feel you, man. Yeah. What do you call this? It was fun. It was cool. So
you gotta find something to do, man, to cope, man. It's you gotta keep your mind busy.
Yes, sir. So bam, you got yourself caught up and your points jacked up to a level 4.
Yeah.
And you ended up in a 180 design New Folsom. What was your experience over there? Well,
oh man, it's a lot more time in the cell. A little bit bigger cell, but a lot more time in it. They don't do like you hear solitary confinement all the time. It's 23-1. Sometimes on those yards, they, you know, I guess by law is 1 hour a day, 5 hours for the week or something. So they'll like crunch like 2.5 hours into 1 yard time. And after that, you're locked up in the cell for like 2-3 days sometimes. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. But it's more like, you know, lockdown. It's crazy. You're around people, you know, that, you know, don't give a fuck, man. Like, yeah, they don't got a date sometimes. And, you know, you just got to be, it's what you see in the movies sometimes, man. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And they were all pretty much murderers and murderers and murder. Pretty much everybody in there is in there for murdering somebody or trying to kill somebody, pretty much.
Yeah. Damn, bro. So, we kind of have like similar story also because you was over there in hanging out with all the lifers. You learned a lot from them also and stuff, right? What are some of the things that you still kept like as far as what you learned from them?
It's like some of these guys, like you young, you got charged as an adult, you know, you were 15. Man, some of these other guys the same 17, 18 get charged as an adult and got life. You know what I mean? Like when you're that age, man, your head is not really in the right place, you know, not as mature as we are now. And like you just do crazy stuff without thinking too much. But damn, you just made that one mistake that they ain't gonna let you come back from. So now 20, 25 years later, you're a totally different person. And I've been celled up with people like this before. And in my heart, I know that they're good. If they were able to touch those streets again, they probably would never come back. They were just young, dumb, full of cum, you know. But what it is, that shit done sailed under the bridge. It's over with, you know. And they don't get that second chance. And you know, for people like us that get that second chance, you don't even want to talk about it to them because they would give anything to just have the opportunity that we have. And for us to come out and mess up that opportunity that they wish they had so bad is kind of like a slap in the face if you, come back, because it's not the place you want to be, man. And that's the end of the road.
And I feel you, bro. When just to add on to what you're just saying, when I was about to get released and everybody knows about it, even some of the lifer homies would tell me like, "Hey, youngster, just go kick it in your cell. Just don't go out to the yard, man. Just make sure you go home safely. Nothing happens." And then in my head, that's what I wanted to do, but you know what I mean? Is we still gotta show while we're still in there. We still gotta come out to all the yard and still show support. Because if anything happens and you ain't there, that's embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's integrity, man. You know what I mean?
Integrity.
When you do things, out of your own heart, when people don't push you or not looking, and you do it out of your heart, that's integrity, man. And that's what that's about.
Yes, sir. This is what I want to make it cool. I want to make it cool to have integrity again, man. To have honor, because nowadays that shit don't even exist no more, right?
I hear you, man.
Only OGs would understand, man. Yeah. So bam. So I understand, young, dumb, and full of cum. You always raise your hand, volunteer. Did you find yourself in long periods of time in SHU and AdSec? Can you tell us about your experience? Like how did you do your SHU time?
Almost for me, like, so from that 180 design, pretty much the highest you can go. In design 4-yard maximum security and all that. I caught a beef up there. You know what I mean? There was somebody walking around our yard that wasn't supposed to be there. And at that time, I was pretty up there. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing my thing. And so I just went ahead and handled business, and next thing you know, that's like my third SHU term already. And usually at that time it's indeterminate SHU type deal on those things. So, there I find myself again, AdSeg in the back of a level 4 180, and the AdSeg doing about a year before they shipped me off to the actual SHU. Got endorsed to the Bay, got endorsed to Tehachapi, for a change of scenery. I was thinking maybe I'll go to the Bay, check that out. Everybody be, talking about it. Let's see what's that about. So I step into the Bay, but cars turned out. I went to Tehachapi. Good. I miss my family, closer to my family. So it all worked out. And for me, that SHU turn, man, that's really locked down, and that you have no choice but to stay out of trouble, because when you go to the yard, you're in a dog kennel with your cellie. If you have one, there's no opportunity to do nothing. And besides that, you're always in your cell, or when you're out the cell, you're in the shower, locked in the shower like another cell. Everywhere you're going, you're cuffed. When you're going to the yard, you're in cages, and maybe that saved me, but it is what it is.
So, that was your third SHU in indeterminate SHU, right? And the option they gave you was you're endorsed to either Pelican Bay SHU and Tehachapi SHU. And I mean, SHU, you're still in the hole. You're not gonna experience getting visits, so might as well just do it. And it don't matter which one, right?
No.
Yeah. So you almost got shipped out to Pelican Bay, but you just got your Tehachapi SHU. Okay. So in Tehachapi SHU, all SHUs are similar, anyways. Just the place, right?
That's where I met the homeboy Dopey, man. That was my neighbor. Shout out to Dopey. What's up, homeboy? San Diego.
Oh that's hell yeah.
Chargers fan to this day because my boy Dopey.
That's the G on me. Pambahala na barkada, right? San Diego, yeah.
Yeah, my neighbor. You know what I mean?
Everything connected. Yeah. So, how did you? Because I experienced lockdown time also in a long solitary confinement. You read books and just worked out. What else did you?
Yeah, that's all me. I was one of those. Yard dogs, man. When the doors crack, your shoes better be on, your mattress rolled up, ready to go. You know what I mean? Up doing your thing. That's how I program. Some of the homies program differently, and then others program in a different way. But that was my get down. And man, where was I going with that, young?
Like your everyday thing in the SHU. Like, what was your program?
I was up and reading, man. you read a book back there sometimes. Like sometimes it's hard to get books, and you read like a 300-page book in like a day, and you're trying to slow yourself down from reading because there's nothing to do but read, work out, and
I
yeah,
can relate. Yeah,
burpees all day. You know, they used to tell you you're
yeah.
gonna feel that shit one day in your back. I feel that shit. I feel that shit, bro.
Right
Because I was,
now.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I was doing all that. Reading. The 48 and the 33 and the Sun Tzu, all that. I was doing all that militant stuff. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go all the way. As best to my ability. So when my
Okay.
homeboys come behind me and they heard about, yeah, I was here with your homeboy, da da da, and I only want
Yeah.
good things to come out. You know what I mean? So I we just gotta do our thing.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
On the book part, I want to add on. You got this, for example, you only got one book. You came up with it somehow. Somebody donated or something, and then you want to prolong that book, so you want to slow down reading. That's crazy. I can relate, man. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because man, like when I was in Nellis, when I was a youngster, already like 15 years old, man, the lockup back there is bad, man. They shut that YA down because they were abusing kids in there. You know what I mean? Like they were beating us up and everything. And they didn't give us nothing back there. It was rough back in those holes, back Taft and Nixon back there, Nellis, freaking
Yeah.
like 90, 97, 98 shot. But yeah, that was just a sidebar.
Yeah, yeah. I feel they did close it down. There's a lot of crooked and corruptness going on. CYA, they had to shut it
Yeah,
down.
man, they used to beat me up. I remember one of these cops speaking and beat me up, knocked me out, man. That shit,
Oh
that
man,
we're
is that
playing
right?
around. Hell yeah.
Man,
On purpose. On
that
purpose.
yeah. Ah,
That's,
damn.
yeah.
Damn, that's BS. I hate hearing stories like that. The worst thing that happened to me, twisted me, but cause what I mean, we're going wild in YA. So, uh, what I mean, we've been there, done that. Real ones will, like I said already earlier, man. The only most the real ones will be able to relate, like the OG ones. What was your opinion, or what's your message to all these young gang members out there that's never been there and done that?
Man, you know how it is. Level man, when you go up to the highest you can go, level 4, 180, you know, especially in California, I can only speak of what I know. California is so racial, man. I mean,
So
our
right.
numbers are so low, and that's what it's all about. Period. That's all there is your race. You know what I mean? Your gang turns into your race because your gang is the race, goes back and forth, whatever. And you're out here catching cases thinking, you're getting your enemy. And at the end of the road, when we get to the farthest we can go, all the way up to the top, when shit really matters, when it's life or death, man, we all gotta stick together. Like so, the people you're catching cases against and for or whatever, you're gonna end up sometimes being so tight or have to depend on each other just to survive. And so you're pretty much doing it for what? Nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially if anything, I don't want to promote nothing, but do it for the
yeah,
money, But why are you
yeah.
gonna, get at each other like that? You know what I mean? We should be trying to help each other out because that's at the end of the road. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's all it's gonna be is each other. And I still remember my boys still there. All my boys still there. You know what I mean? Like it's a big part of my life. But that's not the life, man. That's not life. You
Yeah.
already know.
Damn, hey, good looking out, brother. Because I always talk about the street mentality and having a bigger picture, and looking or seeing the bigger picture and understanding. I always talk about that. I appreciate your time, brother, and your point of view. Any last words right now before I let you go? Anything you want to
No,
add on?
I'm just, man. I always thought about telling my story, man, because people need to hear it. It's some real shit.
Yeah,
Get caught up in things, but when I came across your stuff, it's real shit, man. It's 100. So just keep doing your thing. Shout out to all my boys still locked down in the dog pen. I'll remember in my heart, man. I never forget. So, just trying to hold it down, living the dream. This is the dream, man. I mean, I got a lot further to go, but when we're in those level 4 180 or SHU situations, the dream is just to be free out here and have a roof over your head and a job to go to, and support your kids and your family and be there to see your mom and dad and stuff. So I'm living the dream, man. What can I say?
Man, that's lovely, man. I don't think because I understand what you're saying, because before we did not appreciate all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want these guys to see it, man. To hopefully actually we could sit here and talk for hours and hours, but for
Yeah.
now,
Tell me
we're
about it.
yeah, man, I'm just gonna end this short for now, and hopefully I'll come kick it again sometime down the line. Like I said earlier, I really appreciate your time, brother. I know you're a busy family man. Shout out, and I send my utmost regards to you and your loved ones out there, homie. So come on, cut this short. Say what you mean and mean what you say, homeboy, because real recognize real. I'm out of here. Yeah.